Hey everybody, it's GalMedX and welcome back to probably the final Momir's Madness of the format. Probably my final Momir's Madness before Guilds of Ravnica comes out and changes everything. Of course, Momir's Madness has been a limited time event. They have, I believe they've put it on 2 separate weeks. Or maybe this is the first time it's on, I'm not entirely sure. But I do think that they will bring it back at a later date. I've certainly been playing it a lot, so that's some metadata for them that someone is playing it. And I do think I've seen a lot of videos from larger content creators about it, and I never have trouble getting a match, so I have to presume it's a relatively popular event. So that's a 1/1 with Death Touch. That's pretty good. We're gonna go for a 2-drop here as well. Try and get a ramp card would be best. That's just a 2/2. Excuse me. My bad. I don't know where that came from. I'm not even really ill, at least as far as I think. Let's go for a 3-drop here. My opponent's on the play, which means that we are in charge of being aggressive. Never mind. I guess we are now ahead of them on mana. So now we are the ones who can cast the first Sakama. Yeah, I'm definitely not attacking now. Ooh, they're about to hit me for 4 because I'm not blocking with my mana dorks. I just turned both my creatures into mana dorks. That is super, super sweet. I can play a 6-drop on turn 4. Let's do it, man. We've never gotten Demon Lord Bells unlocked yet. Let's go. Come on, Demon Lord. Be my friend. Nope, I guess we'll just get a 6/6 Flying Dragon instead. Well, that's one hell of a way to start a Momir game. Rishkar seems pretty unbeatable. Well, nothing is unbeatable in Momir. It's just very hard to beat. And they got a guy that gives all of their team haste. That's all it does in Momir. Now I can cast me a 7-drop. I don't even have to worry about Demon Lord anymore. This is insane. Rishkar is ridiculous. I got another flyer. Looks like this is gonna be one of those games that just ends. That's another ground creature, which is super shitty for them. I feel kind of bad. This is stupid. This was not a game of Magic at all. That's one way to start. Oh, I guess I'll just put them at 10 and kill them. Oh, that's one way to start a Momir's Madness event. I would not be particularly happy in my opponent's shoes there. That was a match. That was Momir. My god, Rishkar is sick. Alright, opponent is on the play again. We are on the draw. Leading off with an island. Taking their time. Playing at a pretty chill pace. They got a Death Touch creature as well. Our opponent once again starts off with a Death Touch creature. Doesn't really do anything else. It's a 1/2 with Death Touch. Narnum Renegade. I do not need to pierce your heart to still its beating. That's pretty metal. Going for a 2-drop now. Looks like our opponent is just going on the all-out aggressive plan since they're on the play. They're just going for, let's just play creatures as fast as possible, which is a fair strategy. So I got a 0/4. It doesn't do anything. I got a 0/4. It's not the worst that could happen. Now I can block their 2/2 vigilance that they got on turn 2. They're going for a 3-mana card, and they get a Fairgrounds Warden. Alright. So that just kills my 0/4. Just forever. Which is not the greatest. 3/3 or anything like that would be super sweet right now. 3/2 is not terrible whenever it attacks. It gets +1/+1 until end of turn. Okay. And I can just exile some cards from their grave. It's not horrible. I don't know if I want to just block with it immediately. Hopefully their 4-drop ends up with like 3 toughness, so I can just be like, oh, I'll just block that. Like that, yeah, I'll block the 3/3. That's a really good draw for them, though. They got a Jadecraft Artisan. It gives another creature +2/+2 when it enters the battlefield, so I'm about to get hit for a lot. I'm getting hit for 5 here. I gotta just hope that they run out of gas. And that the fact that since I'm on the draw, I get to play larger creatures than them works out. Especially since I'm on the draw and I didn't play a 1-drop. That is the hope. I just got another 3/3, which isn't great, but it is better than my 3/2 because it can block their 2/2 without dying. So yeah, now their attacks are a lot worse now, so they need something pretty good and aggressive at the 5-drop slot. They got a 3/4. When it enters battlefield, they gain 4 life. So not anything aggressive. It is larger than the creatures I currently have out, though, so if I don't get something decently sized, that will suck. I am going to take the 1 from their Death Touch guy here. And then my Midnight Entourage lets me draw a card. I should have blocked with the 3/2, which is what I meant to do. I just like clicked on the wrong creature there. Because I completely didn't even read the Midnight Entourage's other ability, so that wasn't me just desperately trying to draw a card or anything. That was just me doing a slight misplay. 5/4 is a very good draw here, just a Fire Elemental. But it blanks a lot of their board. They've made it to 6 mana. They only have 1 card in their hand, though, so if they just start dropping 6-drops, they won't get any higher. Which gives them a higher chance at getting, like, a Demon Lord Belzenlock. They got a Shivan Dragon here, so I'm probably just dead. If they attack with everyone here, then I go to 7. I don't know why they wouldn't, but they decided not to. So, yeah, if they attacked with everyone there, I kill the 3/4 and the 2/2. I take 2. I go to 7 life, which makes me dead next turn if I don't get a flyer. Them attacking for 1, I'll still probably... Yeah, I have to block it, because if they draw a mountain, then I'm still dead. Yeah, I still need a flyer right now or die, because if I don't get a flyer and I just block one of their other creatures, I take 5, 6, 7, 8. So... yeah, I need a flyer now. Oops. Or like a Noxious Gear Hulk, something that can kill their Shivan Dragon. Well, let's see if my 6-drop is on par with theirs. It really needs to be. And it's not. Okay, so I just die. If they see it, I'm dead. Shivan Dragon was a pretty good drop for them. Oh, and they just got the mountain anyway? Yep. Seems good. So there goes that game. I don't think there was anything I could have done differently there. I could have blocked that one creature with my 3/2 instead of the 3/3, but then they just didn't attack with their ground troops for basically the entire rest of the game, so it wouldn't have mattered. Like, that just changed nothing. It could have changed something, but it didn't in the long run. Versus a Gideon here. Taking some time to boot up. I don't know if their program's loading or something. They drop a mountain and a 1-drop. Stitcher's Supplier, that's cute. They get milled a bunch for basically no reason. If they get a Multani, I'm insanely dead. That's basically all that Stitcher's Supplier is going to do. There would already be a decent chunk of lands in the grave anyway for stuff that returns lands to the battlefield or anything like that. So yeah, that just makes Multani exceptional. That's all it really does. Go for our 2-drop. It's a 2/2. 2/2 with no relevant abilities. Whenever I play a zombie, it'll get bigger till end of turn, but that's not really going to happen. Got a 1/4, it can fight a creature. Alright, I guess I will have them mill 3 more cards. Attack with the 2/2 here. A 1/4 reach is a pretty good card to get. Now if they get a 3/2 flyer or something like that, I can still just block it. They're off with the 4 mountain start, seems nice. I think we have to just curve out here. We got a 4/3 flying, can only block other creatures with flying. If I had to guess, yeah, I was going to say, they'd probably just trade their 2/2 for my 2/2. Hopefully this whale can get in there. If they don't get another flyer for the rest of the game... Let's see, it attacks for 4, then they play a 6-drop. Then it attacks for 4. Then they play a 7-drop, then it attacks for 4, then they play an 8-drop, then it attacks for 4, then they play a Zakama. So if they don't get a flyer for the rest of the game, they go down to 4 life. So it doesn't even kill them if they don't get a flyer for the rest of the game, because they will get a Zakama on turn 9. If they have the mana for it. They actually don't right now. They need to skip 1 more turn, I think. I could be doing the math wrong there. Epicure of Blood is a pretty cool draw right now. It's a 4/4 against their 3/3, and that's all that really matters for that one. Yeah, they only have the cards to make it to 8 mana cards right now if they don't skip another turn. They're dropping a 4/4 of their own, so my Epicure of Blood is no longer that good. My Sky Whale is still awesome. Drop a forest here. Drop our 6-drop. Come on, Demon Lord. Will we die to it ever? Nope. Got a Sphinx of Magosi. Well, they're pretty dead. Yeah, if they don't get a flyer right now, they're dead. Sphinx of Magosi, you can pay 3 mana, draw a card, and put a counter on it. So I can play this island, put 2 counters on it, then I'm attacking for 12 in the air, and they are at 12. And they got a flyer. They got Kazarov. So they can trade off with my whale, basically. So it sucks for them having to just get rid of this Kazarov. If they don't block right now, they just die. And I don't know if they'll realize that, so I'm attacking before I'm putting any counters on. Oh, I guess they don't realize it. So I guess I'll just kill them. Yeah, they didn't block. So they're dead. They were almost definitely still going to lose that game, but not giving them another turn to get something crazy is certainly helpful. Alright, so we're on to game 4. 2 wins and 1 loss right now. Worst case scenario, if we lose here, we just got an average 2 wins, 2 losses. No mountains in this hand, that's a little sad, but it'll be okay. Opponent leading off with a 1-drop. It's a Sanctuary Cat. It's a cute little kitty. That's adorable. We're just going to pass turn. The average 1-drop is just going to be a 1-1 with a slight ability of some form. And a 1-1 is not going to do anything against their 1-2. They're going for a 2-drop. They've got an Anointer Priest, which is very, very good. It's a 1/3, and they gain a life whenever a token enters the battlefield under their control, which every creature in Momir is a token. So, they gain a life whenever they play any creature. So it's like a Soul Warden, but it's one-sided instead of gaining life whenever I play creatures as well. So, opponent's going to be at a lot of life. Long story short, I'm not sure why they're attacking here. I guess they want to get that 1 damage in, but I can just kill their cat and get it off the board. I don't think that the 1 damage is worth getting that cat off the board, because that cat late game could block like an 8/8, in which case it would be worth like 8 damage. That was a very good draw for them. They got PNLR, which gives them 2 creatures. Gives them PNLR, which is a 2/2 and a 1/1 flying Thopter. Yeah, so not only did they get 2 creatures, they got a flying creature. It is a small one, but any flying is good. So Yavimaya Sapherd, I got 2 creatures of my own. I'll go ahead and attack with this 2/2. If they want to trade off with theirs, that seems fine with me. Theirs has a bunch of abilities, mine has nothing. Alright, so they do trade off, which is a fair trade in Momir. In like regular limited, you would almost never make that trade, because you could spend mana on the abilities later and get more value out of it. But in Momir, there's not a lot of times that you want to save your mana and just use abilities on your creatures. So the amount of value that PNLR was on that board versus Walking Corpse was like very, very slightly more. So it was just slightly a trade in my favor. Just for the very, very few instances, like if they ended up with a giant flyer and I had a giant flyer as well, in like that instance where they can be like, oh, I'll sack an artifact and say that your creature can't block this turn. That was like one of the very few times. Is Felidar Guardian a May? Felidar Guardian is a May ability. A lot of people on Magic Arena don't seem to know that creature tokens just die forever if they leave the battlefield. They will never come back, no matter what the cards say. Whisper would be awesome if I actually had any creatures in my grave, but you never will in Momir. It's just lands. So that's just a 4-mana 2/2. This certainly has become quite a slow game of Momir. And it would have been even if they didn't kill their 1/3. They would have just been gaining more life. Presumably not attacking with it. Well, that'll speed things up. That's a 5/4 that is going to attack every turn, and it has Afflict 3 in case I do block it. I am probably going to have to double block that unless my 5-drop is big enough to trade for it. But I need to get that guy off the board. It looks like I will just be trading my 5/4 for their 5/4. Alternatively, I could trade 2/2s for it, which doesn't seem awful. Whisper is a sacrifice outlet, just in case. For any reason I want to sacrifice things. They got a Shivan Dragon there, that's very bad. They got some flyers. Yeah, I'll double block. I'll save my 5/4 for later. Trade off these 2/2s. They are going to do a lot less than the 5/4 on the board, I think. Alright, well, I need my own flyer. I need my own flyer, and I need it soon. So let's drop a plains. Go for a 6. See if we get our own Shivan Dragon. That would be nice. I don't even have any mountains, though, but it would still trade. We got an Elegant Edge Crafters. Let me view the battlefield here. Can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less, so that does absolutely nothing. So we'll just make some servos. Attack with my 5/4. I'm about to take 6 at the least, and if they want to pump it up, they can do 8 damage to me. I would probably just not pump it up, because they can do 6. That puts me at half my life, so I'm still just dead if I don't get a flyer. But it looks like they are opting to pump it up and get as much damage out as possible right now. I don't think doing 8 versus 6 really does much of anything, though. Because if I get any flyer that's big enough to trade with the Shivan Dragon, I'm still just not going to die to the Thopter. On the next swing or anything, they got a Nicol Bolas. Well, that worked out exceptionally well for our opponents. The pumping up the Shivan Dragon, because they got a 4-drop that's probably better than any 6-drop they would have gotten. That's pretty bad. Alright, we'll go for a 7. I highly doubt it saves us, but there's always a chance. And it does not even have flying. Let's just attack with everybody. One final swing. See what happens. Well, they let themselves go down to 7. So if they hadn't blocked that, I could have killed them, which would have been cool. But yeah, I don't think my opponents stupid. They were gonna block that. Well, there's the justice to make up for all the 5/1s and 5/0s we got earlier. There's a 2 and 2 Momir's Madness event. Well, thank you everybody for journeying with me and watching all these Momir's Madness. I will be back with more Magic Arena in the future. Probably going to be doing a lot of Guilds of Ravnica events. I don't know how many I'll record, but I'm certainly going to play a shit ton. I'm going to get super into Arena now that the only guaranteed account wipe is done, and they don't plan on account wiping ever again. So I think I'm going to get really into it and try and get a pretty sweet collection. If something comes up and they have to account wipe later, it's probably going to screw me over and I'm going to be really sad and maybe quit Arena for a little bit, but we'll see when we come to that. Thank you everybody for watching. Momir has been a blast, and I hope they bring it back at some point in the future with the new Guilds of Ravnica cards to change up the format so Zakama isn't guaranteed anymore, and it's also slightly less likely to Demon Lord Bells and lock yourself. Yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next time.